I think the common idea is that if you're a writer, you have to be super critical of everything right. So you have to have like the best standards. You can't like forgive any mistakes, but for me it's different. I think it's because I'm a writer that when I see something, I always try to understand what it is that the creators wanted to portray. I always try to look at it in the best possible light, and I try to overlook certain things because I know that that's what they'd want, and it's because I love fiction and I want to get the best results out of it. When Game of Thrones diverged from the books, I knew it was going to become like more Hollywood, more typical. There was going to be cliches and on the nose payoffs, but I was willing to accept that and enjoy it anyway. And it's not that I didn't see the flaws people saw with the last episode. I just, accepted them because I enjoyed the show and I was still enjoying the show. And I wish I could still do that, but I think there were some moments in the last episode of this that were very on the nose. The democracy joke, the Song of Ice and Fire. Um, I have a high tolerance for that, and I think I could have enjoyed this episode anyway. But my God, that cliched ass Daenerys death! A lot of people, myself included, could come up with a better way of killing off the best character in the show. Um, and I don't know, 10 minutes, and how long do they have? 8 years. She does deserve better. This is Emilia Clarke's. This is the jewel of Emilia Clarke's career, and I could accept her going mad. That was foreshadowed. I could even understanding that this isn't the way George R. R. Martin would have written it, and that it's Hollywood now. Even then, I could have accepted how quickly the turnaround was, because I can think about it and justify it, and part of me did see it coming, and that maybe they don't like the way they handled it exactly, but it is natural to her character arc. But really, that stab while kissing thing, that's such a cliche. I mean, I've used that in better what I think is a better way. Um, and her failing at the end is trusting this guy that she just kept saying over and over that she thinks is a threat. I'm sorry, you're better than this. You were better than this. Emilia Clarke deserves better than this. This is the jewel of her career. How could you do this? I started watching this show around the time about 5 years ago. I was late to the party. I think season 4 had just ended. I was dating um, this guy who was like, he was at SJW. He was my SJWX, and I probably wouldn't be on Twitter now if it weren't for that relationship. He's not the whole reason I've had my falling out with the far left, but it was a part of it. And we were arguing about like the sexism on Game of Thrones, and he had all these like stupid takes, and now I'm just like thinking back to how it all started. I'll be fighting with my stupid fat ass ex. Um, and I don't know. I'm sad. It should have been better. I have pretty low standards. It could have been better than this.